Exciting night of NZIHL preseason action with the Auckland Mako taking on the Botany Swarm. My name is Bartek Evertovsky, and I'm here with Bryce Rouse doing the commentary tonight.
Yeah, good to be back. Another season for the Swarm. They played really, really well last season. They need to get going hot if they want to have a chance this season. Need to see what the imports can do. They're not actually going to be playing tonight, but yeah, it should be a good season.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's a few of their players who were not imports, but were I forget what the word is, acclimated or something. Players like Kyle, assimilated. That's the one. Like Kyle March. So he didn't get too much game time last year, but he's a big offensive threat, and I think he's going to play a lot this year and hopefully score tons of goals for them.
Yeah, absolutely. They've only just got about 3 lines we can see on the sheets here for the Botany Swarm. So Mako have probably about 20 skaters. Wonder if that will play a bit of a part pre-season, although the boys have been playing BHL and doing things in the off-season, so they should be still fit.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Yeah, I see there's some blanks on the game sheet that we've received. So I guess they're playing a little bit short today. It could be that some of the Ice Blacks are still taking a rest because they only just arrived yesterday morning from Bulgaria. So big shout out to the Ice Blacks getting the silver medal at the IIHF Division 2B World Championships. I think only lost to Belgium and then lost to Bulgaria, I think, in a shootout. So great performance from them. And shout out to Jackson Fontaine, who I think got a hat trick against Turkey or Bulgaria and is playing tonight for the Botany Swarm. I'm sure he'll get a few more goals tonight.
Oh, definitely. He got a few goals last season too, and the guy's he's still getting better, you know, with age. Should we have a look at some of those highlights from last night then, Bartosz?
Yeah, let's see what happened last night. Alex Regan actually was so keen to get some more hockey in. He's dressed tonight. He's playing for the Admirals. What a warrior. Taylor Rooney gets it into the Mako zone. Ooh, and an option there for a pass. How did that not go in? And 2-on-1 developing here for the Mako. Jesse Allen with the pass. Oh, and what a goal! Deeks around Jaden Pert, off the post and in. Yeah, you see a lot of players in the NHL these days trying those tight angle shots, trying to get it just by the goalie's ears, and it's in. I think that's a goal. I think that's Caleb Chamberlain just making sure it's in there. I think the original shot was already in, but Caleb just tucks it in to make sure everyone knows that's a goal to Pim Vandermeulen. So Pim is one of the new imports for the Admirals. Oh, and a huge hit there. Ivan Dolatow got absolutely wrecked. Gareth managed to keep it in the zone. Oh! And the puck is in! Vinny Cistroni bangs in the rebound. So, Joel, that was a bit of a funny one. It was a shot, I think, from Gareth McLeish on the point. A lot of contact. I think almost, possibly the Mako player might have lost an edge, but what can you do? Think about what you've done there, Max. Oh, and a giveaway! And oh my God, did Joel make that save for the Mako? Short-handed, the giveaway there. And I think our cameraman was not expecting that. Mako player shoots it on goal. Jaden easily redirects it to the corner with a stick. Admirals unable to clear it. Pass back to the point. Mako player takes a shot. Jaden with the save with the pad. Covers up. So actually congratulations to Caleb. He only just recently got an offer from the University of Washington this year. And Jesse, one-on-one with Jaden. Wow, that was close, but nobody in front of the net. Mako coming back the other way. Good chance here, and Jaden with a big pad save to keep it 2-1 for the Admirals. Pass to Ivan, rather Sebastian Steven. Oh, and a chance there. Scramble in front of the net. Great pressure by the Mako. Finally on this power play. Another pad save by Jaden. Jaden dives across. Puck stays out of the net. Another shot in just wide of Jaden. And Well, the Mako almost scored there with that one-timer in front of the net. Another one-timer in front of the net.
Oh, just to get a shot away. Oh, that was so hard to watch.
Yeah, excellent pressure by the Mako there after. Oh, no! And a little bit of a wacky goal there for the Admirals just as that penalty expired. So I think Caleb expected the puck to trickle into him, but the Admirals player just got their stick on it and tapped it around Caleb's pad into the net.
But it'll be very interesting to see what their team kind of goes through in the regular season.
Oh, great move by Sebastian!
Oh, what a
Sebastian
goal!
Chamberlain absolutely rips it top shelf, going through the middle. Beautiful goal by the Mako defenseman. As a neutral fan, I kind of hope they do. Even though I'm an Admiral, I would like to see some overtime, maybe a shootout. And Marcus McDonald, he scores! What a goal! Marcus McDonald absolutely smashes it in, top shelf on Jaden Pert. Beautiful goal for the young Mako player.
That is wild, tying it up.
What a goal by Marcus. He is fired up. T. Allen. Oh, and Jesse, one-on-one with Jaden. Possibly with the game on his stick, and Jaden with a huge save. I think Jesse slightly lost control of the puck there as him from getting the zone. And now with 1 second left, we are definitely going to overtime. We are going to see some 3-on-3 action. I can't see who the other player is on the wing with Ivan.
I will quickly explain here, because the Admirals started on the power play, we technically started 4-on-3 for this overtime. It's now 4-on-4 because just had the Mako player come out.
Oh no.
Let's just call it there then. Game over, scored. That was a very quick overtime. 28 seconds, was it? 18 seconds.
Yeah, that was a quick one. So unfortunately, the Cinderella story comes to an end for the Mako. Kirakoto, welcome back. So we are just waiting for the Zamboni to finish up. So enjoy a couple more minutes of Zamboni action before the Swarm and the Mako. So apparently I was mispronouncing Mako yesterday and calling it Mako. And some people on the YouTube stream were complaining. I'm sorry, in Canada people tend to say Mako. That's just what I'm used to. I will try to remember to say Mako. Anyway.
I guess it's just an accent barrier. It's nothing too bad.
Yeah, you know, my wife, she's Kiwi, and she still struggles to understand me sometimes. There's some communication issues, the Kiwi and Canadian accent.
Like when she tells you to do the dishes and you just play dumb, or?
Oh, I always do the dishes. She's on laundry duty. I hate laundry. I'm all about the dishes.
Absolutely. And Paradise is actually sporting their new Zamboni, so it will be the first season that the Swarm have the new Zamboni. It does a lovely job as well.
Oh, fancy. So it's looking quite wet and slick out there. Hopefully it dries so we don't have the puck, or freezes rather, so we don't have the puck sticking to the ice. The players are coming in on a breakaway.
Yeah, definitely will need 3 or 4 minutes, I imagine.
So apologies for the delay here for those of you watching. So Bryce, did you watch the Leafs and Bruins game today?
No, I just checked the score, and yes, the Maple Leafs have gone out in the first round again. It would hurt to be a fan of them, but
yes, I'm a Leafs fan
too. It's tough, you know. 2 great teams, only one can go through.
Yeah, I was too ashamed to wear my Leafs jersey today.
Oh, really?
But I've come to expect this disappointment. The life of a Leafs fan is a life of suffering. And they gave us the hope. They won those 2 games to take it to Game 7, just to disappoint us in overtime.
It's a roller coaster, but you got to stick by your team through thick and thin, no matter what.
Yeah. So condolences to any other Leafs fans watching, and to any Boston fans watching. Screw you.
And we're actually missing the Warriors game tonight for ice hockey.
Oh,
no
right.
place we would rather be. Up the wires. Yeah, I'm sure you got in on the bandwagon as well.
So Warriors are rugby league, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And rugby league is like rugby union, but more like NFL, right? Because you have downs. I believe that's...
Yeah, they're called tackles, and you you get 5, and then if you get tackled on that last one, you got to hand the ball over.
Oh, okay. So it's like a hybrid of rugby union and NFL.
I wouldn't say NFL. I'd definitely say just a different variant of the game, rugby.
Yeah.
So.
Apologies if I've triggered any New Zealand rugby fans.
Oh, absolutely not, mate. You're learning. That's all we can hope for. That's all we can hope for. So the Botany Swarm are looking to come out now. They're going to have Connor Parr in net. Bartosz, what do you think of him?
So he is a great young goalie. So I think a couple of years ago he moved over to ice from inline, and
you mean inline to ice?
Yeah, from inline to ice rather. And he looked like a bit like a baby horse at first, taking their first steps, struggling with transitioning to ice. But he has become a really solid goalie. You can see his movements out there are really fast and crisp. You can tell he's put a lot of effort into improving his edge work, and he is a well-deserved starter for the Botany Swarm. Absolutely deserves his job this season.
And off the ice, he's absolutely hilarious, isn't he? Absolute hoot.
He's a funny and lovable guy. You got to cheer for him, unless you're an Admirals fan like me. But
oh, that's right, you are, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm one of the Admirals bench warmers, so I can't say too many nice things about Connor.
Yeah, I'm a Swarm boy through and through, but
oh no!
Anytime the Mako are playing, I am definitely on their bandwagon. That's for sure.
I'll be on the Mako bandwagon tonight for sure.
All right, we're on the same team then.
Yep. So I think in regards to the Botany Swarm goaltending situation, so Matt Canaday is behind the bench actually this season.
Yes, new head coach for the Botany Swarm, Matt Canaday, hanging up the goalie skates after a pretty good career in this league, I gotta admit. So
yeah, it's actually quite interesting because he's going out like at the top of his game. He's actually been really good the last few seasons, so he didn't need to retire, but I guess coaching is his new passion.
Oh, absolutely, and I've got every, I know he's going to be a great coach because the way he put in effort in goaltending and leading the goaltenders here for the Botany Swarm for the last 3 or 4 seasons, he's done a great job there, and you know he's going to do a great job as head coach as well. So
yeah, for sure. I anticipate the Botany Swarm are going to have some great goalies coming through their program with Matt Canaday coaching because he knows goaltending. He's going to get the most out of his goalies.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's good when you've got a head coach who is definitely an ex-player and also an ex-goalie, so he can look at things from a defensive point of view first and then, work on the attack later, which I'm sure the Botany Swarm will get a lot of goals this season like last season.
I saw they just released their roster earlier today, and Grace Harrison is on their roster, but I think she's still recovering from some injury issues from last year. I believe she had a car accident and is still struggling to recover from that, so we might see Grace playing a bit later in the season. But I think for now, Connor is probably their number one.
Yep, I'd have to agree with that, and he's getting better season by season as well. You see him in the BHL making absurd saves. Even the likes of you would appreciate those.
He's definitely a better goalie than me. And much younger and more flexible. It doesn't get injured so much.
All right, opening face-off here. The Swarm starting off their season against the Auckland Mako. Dalmatau tries to win that from Marcus McDonald.
So Dalmatau was on the Mako yesterday, and he switched sides back to his native Botany Swarm.
As Fontaine will play it up the point, gives it over to Sandor. He almost went out. He plays it low for Polozov, gives it back up top. Remy try to get someone on net, hit the stick of McDonald. Or turnover here, Dalmatau, we can get a pass to Polozov.
Oh, and it's in! Holy shit, that was close. Oops, I should say that.
Just like that, the Swarm take a early 1-0 lead, Bartosz. Excuse your French. But Polozov getting on the score sheet nice and early in the season.
Oui.
Oui. Polozov's definitely a guy that the Swarm will want to get going early in the season because when he's on, that boy's on fire for sure.
Yeah, he's a great player, especially his puck possession skills. He is so good at keeping the puck away. What was that? Was that like 20 seconds? Is that?
Yeah, it's just about
34.
29 seconds. As Caleb Chamberlain tries to dump that in. Hopkinson will come away, but Vonov turns around, backhand pass up to Hopkinson. Swarm linking up well early. Good signs here. They don't have any of the imports as Jonsson gives that to Vordanov Thula has to track into the neutral zone to grab that, as McDonald just try push that one in. Mako need to get some possession, get some passes going so they can get into this game. There's a Swarm are almost looking like mid-form already.
Yeah, they're looking sharp. Look at that spin move there. Yeah. Beauty from Thuler.
It's going to go all the way down. Will it be icing? Yes, it will. As Ryan McDonald will touch that up. As Caleb Chamberlain, the speedster, was given chase.
Oh, Caleb's filling in for the Mako today. Good to see. So, and he's playing with his brother. Both of the Chamberlain brothers together. I wonder if they'll link up for a goal or two. Mako will definitely need some offense from them.
I think they got like a brotherly, so you can get the best flow going. Both got pretty long hair out there.
Yeah, lovely flow from both of them. Both changing now.
As Hill will just give it down low to Sandoy. Sandoy went over to Bulgaria and played for the Ice Blacks.
Oh, nice. So he's rocking that silver medal. I wonder if he's wearing it under his shoulder pads tonight.
What they are wearing all the season, though, Bartosz, is the neck guards.
Right, yeah, after that incident in the UK. So, yeah, I believe at least in the NZIHL, it's mandatory to wear neck guards. As a goalie, I already wore a neck guard, so I didn't really care because I don't want to break my collarbone. But I know players sometimes complain it's too hot in them.
It's a couple of times, get used to it, move on, you know. It's not a bad idea, though. Player safety is paramount.
Yeah, it's always funny when you hear a beer leaguer, the big beer guy complain they're getting too hot in their neck guard. I think the neck guard's holding you back.
It could be the extra blubber around the neck that's warming it up in the beer league. So, yeah, turnover here by Vesey. Tries to gain the zone, but Swarm are not letting them in.
Absolutely
Simon
dominant
will play it over. Barry working hard, given chased. As that will be whistled for a high stick. Must have controlled that one above the crossbar.
Yeah, either a high stick or offside. Oh, interesting. It's coming to the center. Yeah,
it should be just outside the...
Yeah, it's interesting what was going on there that took the face off in the center. And now we've got the music, the arena music playing. A little bit of a accident there, maybe.
Yeah, we got summertime on the ones and twos today. Not sure he's found the off switch. There it is.
Summertime must be feeling very loose tonight.
As Wimmer tries to clear that out for the Mako, unable to, and that's just batted around to Jackson Fontaine.
So Jackson's brother, Lucas Fontaine, I believe is playing for the Mako again tonight.
And that's a wayward pass from Barry. Try to find McDonald, but it was intercepted by one of the Swarm defensemen. And good pass there from McDonald. Just wraps it right around over to Dalmatau. Polozov getting harassed. He'll play it to the point. Vodanov with a shot on and scores from the point. Vodanov. Easy as you like.
Not a good start for the Mako.
No, there must have been some good screen action going there because it doesn't look like the goalie saw much of it. As we'll see here on the George FM action replay. Just try to get something on net here. Vodanov did smart option and goes right through everyone.
Yeah, it must have been a screen. Joel was playing quite good yesterday. I think he probably would have saved it if he saw it. Must have reacted late to that one with players in the way.
And Arandrews just dumped that in for the Mako, but no one was really given chase. Swarm with pretty much all of the possession here in the opening 4 minutes.
Yeah, Mako are going to have to really turn it up if they want to get back into this game.
I'm sure the Swarm have talked about it before this game. They really want to get things going early in the season because, in my eyes, I reckon them and probably the Stampede right now, before the season even starts, the favourites to make the finals, like last season. Could be a repeat, but I'm sure the Admirals and the Red Devils will definitely be battling out. We'll have to wait and see how the Thunder will look this season. Normally got quite a few youngsters, with it being a town of school studiers.
Yeah, actually, we have 2 Aucklanders playing for the Thunder this season. So Sebastian Steven, who is actually filling in for the Mako tonight, so son of Coach Cam Steven of the Admiral, so he's gone down to Dunedin for the university and is playing for the Thunder. And also Coach Jeff Boehm, our fellow Frenchman. So his son, and we see the net is off, but so Coach Jeff's son, Oscar, is also playing for the Dunedin Thunder, has gone down to university there.
Oh, that's good. Good. And I see Louis is on the bench for the Mako, his other son.
Yeah, 2 Dunedin Thunder representatives, if there's anyone from Dunedin watching tonight.
Sure, there'll definitely be 1 or 2. I'm sure maybe Matt Whiffen will be having a bit of an early look.
Trying to scout out the Swarm before the start of the season.
Absolutely, why not? We won't, yeah, like I said, we won't be seeing any of the Swarm imports today, so we'll have to wait and see how good they'll be. Shot there from, looks like Kyle March. Good save there made by Caleb.
So I think Kyle this year is counted as a domestic player after serving last year as whatever that word was that you said, acclimated, assimilated, that's the one. So he'll be getting a lot more game time this year.
Yeah, I actually got the goalie wrong. It's actually Joel Gerard in net for the Mako shot there, but March gets in the way of the McDonald shot. Another quick one there from Hill.
Good save by Joel there. So Joel just moved over from Queenstown, from the Queenstown team. I think he only arrived a few days ago. And another great save from him.
Ben Stevens showing a little bit of skill using those boards. And down this near side comes Taylor. He'll just dump that in, look for a change. Full line change there for the Mako as that pass was just in front of Polozov. The Mako just kind of giving it away a little bit too cheaply into the neutral zone. It's definitely not what you want to be doing.
Yeah, they're starting a bit slow here in this first period. It's a very different game, though, on this Botany ice. It's huge. Much different than playing in Avondale last night, where you have much smaller ice surface, much more compact.
And we do have a whistle on the play. It looks like Brooke Patron reffing now. Good to see. Actually, she did the Rotorua Marathon yesterday, so well done to her. But she'll put Ivan Dalmatau in the box, so he'll get the first penalty of the season for the Swarm.
Wow, how is she able to skate after running a marathon? I'm very impressed.
I saw her earlier and I said, how are the legs feeling? She said, absolutely dead.
She's a great hockey player as well, great defenseman, or defensewoman, I should say.
Yeah, she's very skilled, actually. Plays in the BHL during the summer.
And she actually even trained with the Swarm last year. I'm not sure if she's doing it again this year because I think she moved down to Hamilton. But, yeah, very skilled female player.
Vessi's pass unable to get out as Hopkinson will just bat it in. Mako on the power play here.
They really struggled with the power play last night, I guess because they're a team just cobbled together from junior players and players from other teams. They don't get to work on their systems, but we'll see if they can make it work tonight.
So Murray gains his own there for the Mako at the point. Kind of a half shot there, picked up by Thula. He might just try and go coast to coast. Almost got through the skates of McDonald. As Allen will pick it up, receives a good hard hit there from Fontaine.
Good balance there from Jesse Allen. You can tell he's been playing Junior A in the U.S., so he's used to that hitting game. He's not afraid to hit and receive hits. He knows how to take them.
And he is fast as well. He's got some wheels.
He has a great shot, too. We might get to see that. He plays for my team for the Rangers in Prem, and he can absolutely rip it. If you give him enough space, he's going to hit that top corner.
And that puck goes all the way down. I think we got a whistle on the play, but I think it actually came off a Swarm stick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but you definitely don't want to be icing it on your power play.
Absolutely not.
That's a tactical no-no. Oh, it looks like it's outside the zone.
Yeah, I think he realized that it was just a wayward Swarm pass and not an icing.
Yeah, it looks like the referee acknowledging they made a mistake. So good on you, refs.
And here's Bomey. Try to play it over there, but that's picked off by Polozov. but McDonald will come the other way with it. McDonald, shot there. Good save made by Connor Parr. Looks like that was actually his first of the day from a shot there from Wimmer.
According to the scoreboard, his second, but you're right, he hasn't had much work. So good save there from Connor after sitting there with cold feet for almost 10 minutes.
So not the best of power plays here for the Mako, as Dalmansdale will come out of the box. Allen with it now for the Mako, puts a shot on. Easy save there for Parr, and he'll get a whistle for that.
Might as well kill some time. And I think he trusts his centerman to win the draw.
Also this season we will be seeing one of the biggest legends in the league. Jordan Chalice will actually be playing for the Stampede.
Yeah, I had no
idea. It's a great
idea.
addition for them if they didn't have enough firepower already.
Yeah, I just found out yesterday while commentating with Josh, who's doing our camera duties tonight, that Jordan's moved down to Queenstown. So that's a big pickup for them. Jordan's a very smart offensive player.
Oh, that guy on power play, even a penalty kill, is just so got a really good hockey brain on him.
Yeah, he scored lots of goals on me. I definitely understand what a huge threat he is.
Johnson being harassed. Here's Caleb Chamberlain, the speedster, the other way for the Mako. Goes past and scores! Puts a top shelf above the glove of Parr. And Caleb Chamberlain gets one back here for the Mako.
Beauty! What a goal. You can see he used his speed, just blew past everyone. And great finish right in the top corner. Not the fastest shot, but quick release. And Connor had to respect that. Maybe he was going to fake that and pull it back in.
Yeah, I was thinking that is exactly what he was going to do too, because Parr was probably at the top of his crease, so it looked like there was a little bit of real estate behind him, but he actually got back pretty quickly.
So it looks like the Mako are on the board, and maybe we're going to see another comeback today.
I'd absolutely love to see that. He's quickly down the near side, gets roughed up there by McDonald. McDonald once again plays the body so March can come tidy up. Here's Stuhler, but I'm not sure if that was a pass or he just mishandled it. Nonetheless, they'll still have it. And Gerard leaves that there for Sebastian Chamberlain, who scored a beautiful goal yesterday.
Yeah, just blew right through the middle as a defenseman, and top corner on Jaden to make it 3-2. And then Marcus McDonald made it 3-3 to send to overtime yesterday.
Here's Ben Steven. We try to get around Simon, but Simon plays the body well. And here's Dalmansdale. Probably my favourite player in the league at the moment. Here he is.
You just love his between the legs goals.
Oh, that was crazy last year. I couldn't believe it when he did it. But Vesey could be on here if he can just get it past Simon. But Simon showing some good nous, knowing don't panic. Had two Mako players there on him.
Yeah, solid play from Luke Simon.
He's another player who's just every year getting so much better.
Yeah, I think he's only 18 or 19. I actually taught him at the University of Auckland. He's in the computer science department. He took our linear algebra course.
All right.
Yeah, I also taught Jackson Fontaine last year as well. So we've got a lot of University of Auckland maths and computer science representation out here tonight.
Yeah, he's absolutely jacked too, is Luke Simon.
Oh, is he?
He definitely hits the weight room.
You can tell he's going to be an absolute menace when he gets older.
Absolutely. Here's McDonald. Tries to get a shot on, but a good block there made by Ryan McDonald. No relation there.
Oh, they're not related.
No, they're
I
not.
always assumed they were siblings.
Ryan does have a younger brother, Kyle.
So we could have a triple McDonald line on the Swarm at some point.
Yes. I think we'd just have to see Kyle McDonald make the team, but I think it's that whole simulated thing once again. So.
I see. So maybe we should get sponsored by McDonald's, considering we've got the full McDonald's roster that we're attempting to put together.
Yeah, the Swarm are actually sponsored by Burger King.
Oh, no.
The home of the Whopper. So Gerard covers that one up for the Mako. They'll get a full line change.
So if there's any big corporate guys from McDonald's watching, so you want to sponsor this team, right? You almost triple McDonald line.
Would definitely love to see that at some point. Mako able to clear through Aranjus. I actually played alongside him on a little 4-on-4 tournament at the start of summer.
Oh, was that the big Prem tournament that you...
Yeah, that was really fun, to be honest. I think the Wellington Seals actually won that. They played extremely well in the final.
Yeah, I was gutted I missed that. I was recovering from a pretty bad ankle injury and couldn't play, unfortunately.
Here's Hill all alone. He'll just put on the brakes, wait for some players to get in, gives it to Dalmatau. Sandoi plays it up top. Thula shot on, straight into the gut of Gerard.
Good trap, no rebound. Well done, Joel, keeping it 2-1.
You're such a goalie, aren't you? You just,
I always cheer for the
goalie
goalies.
makes a save and goalie say, what a save. You know?
That's
Love
right.
It.
Yeah, I'm a homer for all the goalies, cheering for all of you out there, all you puck stoppers, you crazy people who want to stand in front of a puck going up to 170 kilometers per hour at your face.
When you think of it like that, you do have to be a little bit barking mad.
You do have to be a little bit crazy.
Absolutely, as the Rangers will come away with it. Try to find Cunningham, but didn't know anything about the pass as Dalmatau gives it to Fontaine. He tried to find Polly, who was right by the crease, but I don't think he got much on it.
Yeah, he was left wide open. Nobody picked him up at all.
Pozlov actually sporting a white helmet out there. Not sure what happened to his old one. Here's Dalmatau. Shot there from Fontaine, but fans on the one time. And
yeah, didn't make good contact there, unfortunately. Came off the heel of his stick, I think.
Mako do finally clear. As the Rangers will get over the halfway, but loses it.
Luca's a great young player. He plays for my team, for the Rangers. Very nice kid, too. Love playing with him.
Absolutely. As Lucas Fontaine will get a quick shot on. Not covered up. Another rebound. Scores! Lucas Fontaine follows up on his shot that Parr could not catch cleanly.
See, you were ribbing me cheering for the goalie when the goalie covers the puck. You know, that's a big part of goaltending, not giving up the rebound. Because that was quite an easy save to make, but because Connor unfortunately wasn't able to make the catch and get the whistle, led to a goal there. Work on your rebound control, young goalie, is very important.
So all of a sudden we've got a tie game here, 2-2. I'm sure the Swarm probably aren't taking the game too seriously. They just want to kind of get the motors running, maybe a little bit of an oil change, if you will. Because I think they have about 4 or 5 weeks off after this before the season actually does start officially.
Oh, wow. What a gap. Because we do have 2 more games next weekend, right, with the Mako against the Admirals and Swarm, right?
Yes, you're right. Good pass here. Here's Vesey. Oh, unable to control it cleanly. Would have had a golden chance there to put the Mako up.
Yeah, that was a great pass to Rico. It's a shame he wasn't able to control it and get a good shot off.
I'd like to see probably both teams actually shoot a bit more. The 2 goals. Swarm only on 9 shots and the Mako on 5. Shot there from Ben Stephen, but that misses everything.
Yeah, only 5 shots. Not too much action around Connor's net. So maybe his feet are getting a little bit cold there.
It's a pretty good conversion rate though, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty good shooting percentage. Almost 50% for the Mako.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see them come back so early in the game. They're not waiting till the 3rd period, till the last 2 minutes like yesterday.
Well, even if they're not, playing really fluid together, they have got so much young talent on there that anyone on a breakaway in that team is highly capable of scoring.
Yeah, for sure. There was a few breakaways yesterday where the puck unfortunately bobbled over the player's stick that could have been converted. And I think Rico had the puck bobble a little bit on his stick. So if they're able to control and get the shot off, I think we'll see some more goals from the Mako, I should say.
We saw a hit there earlier, another one from Allen. The guy can absolutely move. He's probably not the heaviest, but at the pace that he can skate at, I'm sure you'd definitely feel any hit he'd throw at you.
Yeah, he plays with a lot of aggression. You love to see that from a young player. And good catch there from Joel Graham. No rebound there. Got to make sure you get that in the pocket and don't give it up. Oh, Joel Gerard. I think I said Graham, Joel Gerard.
Yeah, Joel Graham. Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
I'm still a bit dusty from commentating last night.
Polozov turns that over from Sebastian Steven. Down will play it back to Sandoy. Sandoy will just go for a skate. Leaves it on for Polozov. Leaves it for Simon. A couple of options. Finds Polozov. Should have got a shot off, but nonetheless, another shot. Good save there from Gerard. Just tipped the glove and went over the crossbar.
Yeah, great save. That was an excellent opportunity right in the slot there.
Yeah, the Swarm are finding some passing lanes through some hard skating in the attacking zone.
Yeah, Joel's going to have to work hard to keep this 2-2.
And here's Caleb Chamberlain. The ref's actually got his arm up here. It's a penalty. So the Mako are going to go on the power play for a slash. Not sure who the culprit is. I think it's going to be Sasha Polozov.
Ah, naughty Polozov. Sit in the box and think about what you've done. He's probably not too worried. His team's looked solid on the penalty kill so far.
I will admit the white helmet does look really good with a Swarm uniform, but
yeah, it matches
everyone
the
was in
jerseys
unison.
nicely.
Yeah, it does. Even maybe a maroon would look pretty good.
Ooh.
Good
Maybe
luck finding them.
Center Ice needs to start stocking some maroon helmets. Maybe some navy in the Admirals colors as well.
Yeah, that would be awesome, actually. Shot there from Quigley. Doesn't get it on net, though. Need to do better with those scoring opportunities. At least get something on net and ask the question.
Yeah, that was interesting. That he was able to get so much space there. Fortunately, couldn't get it on target.
They're definitely showing a little bit more urgency on the power play here. So the Swarm will actually get a full line change. Looks like they are playing some penalty kill units here this evening. And Luke Simon's actually, we've got to touch on that, is the new, he's an assistant coach now for the Swarm as well, so alongside Quinton.
Ah, yeah, I saw that when they posted the roster this season. Yeah, Luke Simon's dad. What's his dad's name?
Oh,
Something Simon.
Yes, definitely something Simon.
Yeah, we see him on the
Simon
bench
says
there.
I can't remember his name. So Ben Stephen will track back there for the Mako. A minute remaining on the power play. Looking for some guys to get into motion. There's Vesey on the near side. He'll just dump it in. And Pa will cover that up before Barry gets in there for a sniff.
So I guess they've lost Philip Fourie from their coaching team. We don't see him on the bench there. Maybe he's taking a season off to relax, or maybe focus more on the learn to play and Saturday night trainings, or Saturday morning trainings, I should say.
Yeah, I think Philip does the learn to play and Quinton normally does the Saturday morning trainings over at Avondale. I normally find myself there at 10 a.m. most Saturdays.
Nice. Actually, I have a friend who came to watch the Mako game yesterday, and she liked it so much she wants to try to learn to play hockey.
Oh, brilliant.
So this is great advertising. So if any of you watching out there want to learn to play some hockey, so check out the Wednesday night Learn to Play. And maybe one day you'll be playing for the Mako or the Swarm.
I'd love to jump in for a game for the Mako, absolutely. Make sure I throw my body around a bit.
Yeah, you look like you're young enough to play.
Oh, thank you, mate.
What, you could be like 19, 20?
33, mate.
Oh, wow. You don't look a day older than 22.
Oh, gosh. So last minute here in the opening frame, 2-2. Mako definitely fighting back. Good to see. It's something I've actually noticed about them throughout the years. Whenever they do go down, they absolutely do not give up. I'm sure it's what AJ Spillerwood has installed into their systems, the never give up attitude.
Yeah, they have a good underdog mentality. There's no pressure on them, really. Everyone
Yeah, that's the
expects the
thing.
Swarm to win, so nobody would be upset if the Mako lose, so you might as well go out there, give it your all, and get a win against the big boys.
Yeah, I was actually thinking this week. I do remember the Mako playing the Swarm last season. I actually think they might have beaten them pre-season, if I remember correctly. And I was actually quite worried about how the Swarm would go that season. And then first game of the season, that was a whole different team.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember the Mako winning one of their games last year against one of the Auckland teams.
25 seconds remaining. Vordanov will give it up to the point. Andy Hay unable to control the bouncing puck. Good to see him back out there. Captain fantastic, Andy Hay. I'm sure this is probably his 20th season now-ish in the league.
Wow, what a warrior.
Absolute legend. He wants that most games played, and he wants that for life. And to be honest, he's probably he'll have it, I reckon.
That's going to be a tough record to beat. It's going to be the Gordie Howe of the NZIHL.
Yeah, that's right.
Is he going to be playing into his 50s, maybe? Could he do it?
I'll tell you what, the last couple of years, he's actually looked really good. He's taken really good care of his body, and he's actually skating like he's 5 years younger. But that will do it for the opening period, Bartosz. 2-2. Mako not playing too bad. The Swarm looked good earlier on, and then kind of maybe went to sleep a little bit. But
yeah, it's tough as a goalie not getting too many shots and then being called on to make a big save. So hopefully Connor will get his feet nice and warm in the changing room there before the second period.
yeah, I'm sure he's got a little heater there in the corner of some sort. I know most of the boys normally put their gloves in a hairdryer or something.
Oh, clever.
But we'll take a quick break while we get the ice resurface, and we'll be back shortly.
Kia ora koto, welcome back to some exciting second period NZIHL action with the Mako taking on the Botany Swarm. So my name is Bartek Evertovsky and I'm here with Bryce Rouse bringing you the action.
Absolutely. Swarm looking pretty good in the first period. Not too many complaints. Yeah, like I said, the Mako started a bit slow. They're back into the game now, I'm sure. After a quick rest and a quick talk with AJ Spiller, I'm expecting them to come out absolutely firing. And hello there to John Gunner. He's watching on his Sunday morning, wherever he is, watching some hockey. And there was also someone from Sweden in there, so thanks for joining. And so what the Auckland Mako team is, for anyone out there who doesn't know, so they are a group of players from the normal NZIHL teams, and they're all under the age of 20. So they're a development team. They're under 23 team. So it's like a development team to get them, like a bridging team before they actually hit the real thing. Because they normally do play for their normal club sides. Normally third or fourth line. So it's good that they can get together as young boys grow. Because I'm sure that they'll be playing for their country, most of them, eventually one day. So good to get them together early.
Yeah, it's a great initiative. I think it was two years ago or 3 years ago maybe that we started the Auckland Mako. So a lot of the NZIHL squads carry quite big rosters for training, but there's only a few players that make the game day squad, and so the Mako gives an opportunity to those players that maybe aren't getting that much game time with their clubs to experience what it's like to play in front of a crowd and get some experience.
Sandoy at the point, will give it to Simon. Puts one on net, redirected. Good save there from Gerard. Had to move quickly.
That is a really good save off that deflection, especially to make the catch and not give up a rebound there. So great play by Joel Gerard. The first shot on target makes a great save there. He's looking sharp.
And big shout out to last year's Botany Swarm coach, Colin Vanderven. Got them to the Burgel Cup final. Unfortunately, they did lose. It was a tough couple of games, but he made this Swarm team look really good last season, and looks like they're going to be picking up where they left off from last season as well, the Swarm.
So what happened to Colin? Is he coaching another team, or is he taking a year off at the moment? Do you happen to know?
I'm not entirely sure, but he was over here studying as a chiropractor. I actually went and saw him a few times, got a couple of adjustments, which was really good.
Was he a better chiropractor or a coach?
I can't speak on him as a coach. Well, when I talk to the Swarm boys, they seem to absolutely love him, and the way they played last season, you could tell it had to do a lot with him. But yeah, just seeing his persona, quite a young guy, but very, very experienced in the coaching role. Did a hell of a job with this team last season. Here's the speedster. Caleb Chamberlain gets a quick shot off. Thula does clear the blue, so the Mako will have to touch up as Allen is... No, sorry, that's Quigley was given chase. Almost going to be offside all the way there, as Vordanov will just slow things down.
So we see JW commenting in the chat, watching from BC on a Saturday night. So I'm sure he's happy that his Vancouver Canucks are going through to the next round.
Yeah.
Sadly, my Leafs are gone. So I will be cheering for the Oilers or Canucks. I don't know. I just want a Canadian team to win the cup finally.
Yeah, me too.
The last time it happened, I think, was 1991, the Montreal Canadiens.
It's been that long.
Yes, I was 1 year old at the time, so I have no memory of this happening.
Wow. It's a long time.
It has been so long since there's been a Stanley Cup parade in Canada.
At least they do have the best national team in the world.
That's right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I think the IHF World Championships for Division 1, the top division of the IHF, are starting soon, and Connor Bedard, the prodigy, is going to be playing for Canada this year. Be exciting to see.
Absolutely, that'll be good to watch. I think he got 61 points in his rookie season. As Polizov tried to get a tip there, could have been dangerous as Hill try gain it back for the Swarm. Polizov picked that off. As Leon Quigley couldn't initially clear it, as Vesey will play it up to Lucas Fontaine. He's harassed there once again by Luke Simon.
I had no idea that Jackson had a brother who was also playing hockey. That's good to see.
Yeah, I actually didn't know either. If he's half as fast as his older brother, then he'll be a hell of a player in a couple of years.
Yeah, could be playing for the Ice Blacks at some point in the near future. I think Jackson, I think he was the top goal scorer for the Ice Blacks at the IHF World Championships.
Yeah, he was at when they went to Australia too about a month ago.
Right, he scored that, or I think it was Regan. It was
Got the overtime winner, yeah. That's
yeah,
right.
it was Fontaine to Regan for that overtime winner, the first time New Zealand's ever beaten Australia on their home soil. Those two great young players teamed up for that goal.
Speak of the devil, here's Fontaine. He'll give it to Dalmatau. Dalmatau around the back of the net, plays it up to Sandoy. Little tic-tac-toe between those two. Polozov passes. Easy goal there for Fontaine.
I think we all saw that coming. Polozov, he has such great vision. As soon as he got that puck, he had his head up looking for Jackson at the back door to tap it in. Absolutely no chance for Joel. And you see the two Mako players getting tangled up with each other. The defenseman did not pick up Jackson at the back door. Just no stopping that as a goalie.
Yeah, good deception there from Polozov as well. Made the goalie think he was going to rip a wrist shot off. But just finds Fontaine nice there at the back of the net. So the Swarm get back the lead, 3-2. There's McDonald trying to get something going for the Mako. Vordanov comes and tidies up. A guy who's always evolving his game as well is Vordanov. Works hard as well. Here's Jonsson. Backhand. Straight into the glove of Gerard. No rebound.
Oh, great save. That was a bit of a defensive breakdown there for the Mako. He had a lot of time there. Vortanov, I think he missed a lot of last season with a quad injury. He had a really bad quad tear, was on crutches for a lot of the seasons. Great to see him out there skating fast. Hopefully he's made a full recovery.
Face-off won by the Mako. As Nash Haywood-Jones plays it up. They finally do clear as Caleb Chamberlain lifts the stick of Sandoy, but just put it too far in front of him. No go to McDonald. He leaves it on for his defensive partner, Sandoy. Those two probably looking to be one of the best defensive pairings in the league this season.
Yeah, Sandoy is a great defenseman. Big guy as well, definitely helps. Niue and Gretzky, as some people call him.
That's right.
The greatest ice hockey player ever from Niue. I don't think there's any dispute about that.
Oh, definitely not.
So if Niue ends up starting their own ice hockey program, you think you'll play for them or you'll stick with the Ice Blacks?
I'm sure if there's some funding there for him to go play for them, absolutely he would. Not sure how that would work, if he'd have to maybe live there for a year, or I got no idea. As Hill just leaves that behind. Mako trying to skate and get this out as Aranjusa's pass is picked off there by Simon. Marchi with a shot that misses everything. Thula keeps that in and then fans on the first attempt. Caleb Chamberlain unable to corral that on the stick nicely. He'll go off for a change. Thula up to March. Little backhand shot, but that goes over the head of Gerard.
We're definitely missing March on the Rangers. He played for us last season, and we're really struggling to score goals without him. He's decided to focus more on the Botany Swarm this year.
Yeah, he's a battler, all right. He got to the BHL final this season. Unfortunately, he went down to the Toe Dragons.
Ah, right, yeah. The Toe Dragons went through my team as well, through the Moose, like a hot knife through butter. They were
really
pretty
wrapped it up,
unstoppable. Dalmatau scored one of his patented between-the-legs goals on me to embarrass me.
Oh.
I should have seen it coming after watching him all of last season. But he's a sneaky player.
Oh, yeah, he's got it right. Sandoy plays that over to Andy Hay, but he's going to have to track back for that.
You were in IceHole this year in the BHL, is that right?
I was, yes.
Oh, yes, so we got to go through you for a second year in a row.
Yeah, we actually had a really good team, but I think we were quite unlucky that that series to at least play another game. We didn't actually have a couple of our players there, Mike McRae, and I think we missed Richie Hopkinson for one of those two, Josh Steen.
Oh, yeah. And there was the incident where your goalie forgot his goalie gear and had to borrow all of it, which was...
I heard about that. I was unable to make one of the games, and I thought, oh, what's going on? Yeah, didn't my team play without a goalie for the first period or something?
Yes.
And you guys were just ripping clappers from like halfway?
I think we didn't score as much as we should have with an empty net. You usually expect to score every shot when there's no goalie in the net, but we had a bit of trouble scoring on you until I think Mike Hopkinson thought he was playing as a player that day for another team and didn't bring his goalie gear. I think it took until the second period before he rounded up enough goalie gear pieces to actually get in the net.
Oh, you could make some old magazines into your knee pads and whatnot. A couple of rubber bands, get the glove going.
I would not do that if I was standing in that in front of these 100-kilometer-per-hour shots. But
absolutely not. So Vodanov will have it there for the Swarm on the far side. Pass gets through to Hopkinson. He finds Nguyen Gretzky. Sandoy shoots. Good save by Gerard.
Big save on Nguyen Gretzky. And great pass there by Hopkinson to get it to him in the slot.
So Thorla will have that. Whiffs on the pass. Allen goes in just a tad too early, as that will be offside for the Mako.
Yeah, the Mako player just struggled to get back onside to tag up. We're seeing the replay now of Sandoy's chance there. Great move to get around the defenseman.
Someone in the chat in Ontario is legit having more fun watching this than the Leafs-Boston game.
It's Bayview Ghost there. Yeah, I suffered through that Leafs-Boston game. No scoring until, I think it was 10 minutes left in the third period. Leafs score. I was elated. I was so happy. And I think 30 seconds later, they let Boston score to tie it up and crushed my soul.
Is Brad Marchand your type of guy?
The Rat. I think maybe if he was a Leafs player, I would be a fan of him, but he is an absolute pest.
Oh, absolutely. That's what makes him pretty good. Here's the skillful Marcus McDonald. Gets a quick shot on. Parr does let off a rebound, but quickly pounces on that.
Yeah, good job there to jump onto that and make sure none of the Mako players could follow up on that shot. I see a little Kiwi in the chat. Might be a Bruins fan. I'm going to be cheering for the Panthers next round against the Bruins.
I actually still think Marcus McDonald's only about 16, maybe just turned 17. He's a...
Oh, is he? He's a small guy, so I'm not surprised. But wow, very impressive to be playing at this level at that young age.
Yeah, he actually celebrated his 17th birthday on Friday, it seems.
Well, happy birthday, Marcus. Hope you get a goal tonight.
So he's about a year away from being classed as an adult. Well, that's played up the boards. Looks like it will go for icing unless Hill can beat it out, which he just can't, as Bomey was there to get the whistle.
So face-off in the Swarm end. Chance for the Mako, if they win the face-off, to get some shots on Connor, give him some work. Currently shots 20-11 for the Swarm against the Mako. So they'll want to be getting more pucks on goal. I think that's Caleb taking the face-off for the Mako.
There's Bomey at the point. Rips a shot. Looks like may have taken a deflection, as Parr was not concerned about that at all. Here comes Hill. Gerard's going to have to come out. Does well there. Plays it up the far side. Sebastian Stephen, that was. And Caleb Chamberlain trying to give chase as Marchie's able to clear that. Good pass there up to Caleb Chamberlain from Louis Bomey. Try to find someone in the slot there to Caleb Chamberlain, but no one was there for the Mako. Polozov fakes a slap shot there, leaves it on for Nguyen Gretzky. Looking for some options here. We'll just continue to skate. Can he get a shot off?
Oh, wow. He drove there into the slot. Great move from from Niue and Gretzky.
Yeah, I think he thought Jacko Fontaine was crashing the back net there, but he was not. Here's a pass to Dalmatau. He's all alone. Dalmatau, good save made.
Silly Dalmatau. Should have gone between the legs. That always works 100% of the time.
Yeah, block save had to be made. Dalmatau almost got a second try at it. Puck still in the attacking zone there for the Swarm. Looks like a trip there on Thula. It is. And that's whistled down. So that's a tripping there for the Mako player. That is Leon Quigley.
Oh, naughty Quigley. One of the Admirals players filling in for the Mako today. He's going to sit in the box, think about what he's done. Mako are definitely going to need to tighten up defensively. As we saw Sandoy just walking in from the point into the slot, and he could have really scored there if he didn't make that pass. I think he got a little bit too fancy.
Fontaine will leave it up top for Simon. He's got a chance to shoot here. He does. Misses the net. Comes right back. Dalmatau can't get a shot off. Sandoy tried as well. Fontaine left it on there for Polozov, but the Mako do not clear that. They finally get it out. They don't look for a change. As Barry was there chasing, he's kind of backed off a bit now. Up ice pass to Dalmatau. He can't control that on the stick as that was bouncing, and the puck does hit the roof, so we're going to have to get a whistle on the play.
Complete chaos there at the start of that power play for the Swarm. Mako really struggling to keep the Swarm players out of the slot. You see Joel there making some corrections to his equipment. Looks like everything's sorted, and he's ready to go. He's been very sharp here in the second period. If it wasn't for him, the score would be definitely higher for the Swarm.
Oh, Allen almost got past Thula there. Could have been a dangerous break there. Thula comes and tidies up as Hopkinson and Marcus McDonald were battling there low in the corner. Johnson's going to be there first. Tried to play it up to the top, but picked off really well there by McDonald. Just couldn't get through. Here's Allen. Not offside. Oh, it is.
Yeah, that was borderline. I could see
Yeah.
Marcus dragging his back foot to try and stay onside. But it's a bit difficult to see the blue lines here actually in the rink. They're a little bit faded. I think...
It's kind of the same story as last season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were making these complaints last year. So if you're the rink manager for the Botany rink, please fix your paint.
In through one ear, out through the other. Because it got really bad at some stage, and then I kind of came here one night and I thought, have they repainted the lines? Because it did actually look a little bit better, but I think they've just lowered the ice a bit so it shows through a bit more.
I think you're probably right. Doesn't look too good. So I think the referees might be struggling a little bit to make those offside calls with how faded the blue lines are.
Here's McDonald all alone, and the puck goes in. Richie Hopkinson only had to keep his stick on the ice, and McDonald made a perfect pass to him. Taps that home for goal number 4 for the Swarm.
Yeah, absolutely no chance for Joel. Again, a second goal in a row. There's just a tap in.
Yeah, not sure if Hopkinson did get a stick on that or not. It was hard to see.
He's definitely claiming it. So a little bit of a hole here for the Mako to claw out of, but they were down 2-0 in the first period, so they definitely have it in them to come back. I think they just enjoy being down and being the underdogs.
Yeah, I'd have to say the Swarm are starting this preseason pretty well. I think they've only had about maybe 4 or 5 trainings together, but that's obviously ramping up now. Good hit there from Simon on Caleb Chamberlain. Got him off the puck there for a sec. And here goes Jacko. Nice little source pass across the Polozov. Plays it up to the point for Simon. Sandoy will go it back. Oh, lovely source pass there. Shot from Simon. Didn't really get everything on it.
Swarm doing very well to activate their defensemen to get them into the action. Whenever they see some time and space, they drift there into the slot to get a bit closer to the goalie and create some dangerous chances.
Yeah, getting your defense involved at the point is a very good way to play the game of hockey, because if you can get those guys ripping shots from the point, sometimes the goalie's just not going to see anything, as Fontaine puts on the brakes, looking for options, doesn't really have anyone. Andy Hay comes into the zone. Still got it. Andy Hay gets a shot off too. Yeah, definitely would have loved one there. As that's wrapped around the boards, Mako still unable to clear for the time being. As Wardenov fakes a shot but goes around his man. Good work there from Kian Murray. Brush him off a bit. Yeah,
Drew Cunningham chipping it in. A very intelligent young player. Drew plays for the Rangers as well. I think he only just turned 18 a couple weeks ago. Happy birthday, Drew. But very intelligent for an 18-year-old. He knows how to pass. He doesn't play selfishly. Always enjoy playing with him.
Yeah, the country's actually got some really, really good young hockey players coming through. It's so good to see.
Yeah, shout out to Justin Daigle and AJ Spiller for doing some great development work with their young players.
Absolutely.
A lot of talent coming through the system.
So that's where it starts, at the grassroots level, as Vesey will get a shot off. Good save made. Rebound came quite high up into the slot area. 3 Swarm players there. Jonsson will give it over to Vordanov. Slow it down a bit, goes into the middle, still with it. Vordanov, finally a stick there from a Mako player as Vesey will come the other way. Gives it up to McDonald. 3-on-1 here, if they can get a shot off.
Oh, no.
Just going to control it nicely there on the backhand.
He didn't have both hands on his stick. Keep your stick on the ice, kids, as Don Cherry used to say on Hockey Night in Canada.
Absolutely.
Both hands.
Simon gives that over to Hill. Missed it first off, but gives it up to the point. Oh, the accidental collision there. Both guys are all right. That was between Wimmer. Good shot there from Simon. Absolutely roofs it past the glove side of Gerard. And that will be the Swarm's 5th goal here this evening.
Yeah, they're pulling away now. Mako are going to really have to turn it up if they want to get back into this game. Ideally, they should get another goal before the end of this period if they want to make that 3rd period a bit closer.
Summertime, the PA announcer trying to get the crowd going here for the Swarm. They don't seem to be too lively here this evening, maybe because it is pre-season and they're missing the Warriors game. Here's Jacka Fontaine. Try to find Dalmatau, but it looks like Gerard got a stick on it. Fontaine's still with it.
Swarm not letting up the pressure. They want to score more and more.
Absolutely. Got to get firing on all cylinders before the season starts. And we haven't even talked yet about the star import of last season, Peter Stepanek. Absolute mammoth of the man and an incredible shot. The guy was just an all-round good hockey player.
He had a lot of meat on him. I would not want to get in front of his shot.
Oh, Dalmatau just backhands that, tucks it past Gerard for the 6th goal of the evening for the Swarm. I'm sure Dalmatau will find himself on the score sheet plenty this season.
Is that his first goal of the night?
I believe it is.
We're seeing that replay now.
I'm sure he's got an assist somewhere.
That happened very quickly. I actually missed that on the ice. I was checking the roster sheet.
And a cool little fact about Caleb Chamberlain about to take the face-off there for the Mako. He can actually do a backflip on his skates.
Really?
No kidding.
I need to ask him to do that in training next week.
It is crazy to watch.
Backflip in skates. That is very impressive.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he tries to do it too often, though. I'm sure our coach here and there is saying, you cut that out, mate. You're not busting your ankles here. So the Mako need to be the next to score, or could be looking at a bit of a blowout.
Yeah, Joel, their goalie, has lost his stick. It's behind the net there. It got tangled up with one of the Swarm players.
Doesn't seem to mind. It's a bit hard to come out of the goal and leave it wide open. As Jonsson receives a hit there from Ben Steven for his troubles. Ben Steven, absolute battler as well. Me and him had a little bit of a bout in BHL the season and the previous season.
Oh, you had a bit of a scrap with Ben.
Yeah, he's a feisty young man. I'll tell you what, and I like him for that. Lots
Did
of
he win the
respect.
scrap?
It
Or
was
was it about even?
It was a kind of 50-50, a little bit of push and shove, maybe a
Oh, yeah.
couple of handbags here and there.
You didn't pull the jersey over his head and and wallop him?
Oh, the refs do try to get in there quite fast.
Oh, okay. Wasn't an old school NHL fight.
Yeah, we both got kicked out of the game, but nonetheless.
Because
got
nowadays,
to get to the chili bin first.
nowadays, I think in the NHL it's mandatory to wear a fight strap. So I think it's a strap that connects your pants to your jerseys, so you don't get the jersey pulled over your head and get pummeled.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't think we have such a rule in the NZIHL. We don't really have too much fighting.
And Hill with a shot there.
That is a massive save for Joel in net for the Mako. If he let that one in, the game would just be out of reach, I think.
Here's that goal from Dalmatow, just backhands. Not sure how that did get through, Gerard. Maybe between the legs. But nonetheless, he'll take that all day.
Yeah, I think Joel probably wishes that he saved that one, but he's probably getting tired at this point. He's had a lot of action. The action's mostly been in his end, and again, he makes another save there.
If I was both coaches, I'd definitely get the other goalies out there for the third period.
Yeah, I'm sure. We see Paul Korshak standing on the bench, watching, maybe hoping that he'll get some action. And on the other end, we have Caleb Price, who filled in for the third period for the Mako last night. We'll see if he gets to start for the third period.
So you're actually on the West Auckland Admirals team roster this season, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, got the call up, hey bud?
Yeah, I'm lucky enough. I just got my citizenship last August, so I was training with the team last year, but wasn't on the roster since I'm old and also didn't have my citizenship. But this year I do get to be one of Chaba's bench warmers.
Yeah, he's elite, isn't he?
Yeah, Chaba's definitely the number one, and the rest of us are just competing for warming his bench. But I think Jaden's the best bench warmer. He's got the most mass there to warm that for Chaba, so I think he'll be getting most of the bench warming duties this season. Don't want Chaba getting cold when he's coming off for the extra attacker.
Fair enough.
There's just a minute left in this period.
Fontaine puts on the brakes. Puts on the spin move too. Jacko Fontaine still with it. Gives it to Andy Hay. He just puts it low for Polozov. Shot there from Vordanov, but fanned on that.
Yeah, Vortanov just came off the bench there, so the Swarm are actually changing while they've pinned the Mako in their end. So the Mako, and you see it pays off. The Mako players are tired. Swarm get fresh legs out there, hammer it in.
Yeah, that's Vordanov's second goal from close to the blue line here this evening. Fanned on one just about 30 seconds ago, but absolutely rips us. Top far net. That was a nice shot.
Enjoying Bayview Ghost comments. Gotta love a sport where a fight strap is considered a critical piece of equipment. Yeah, that's hockey for you. It's a little bit tamer here in New Zealand than it is in North America, but we still see some scraps once in a while, especially if Bryce is on the ice.
Yeah, I definitely don't go out there to find them, but if they do come along, it's hello, how are you?
You're not the last of the Kiwi enforcers.
Some days. As Jonsson tried to make a move there on Aranjuice, but Gerard's going to have to come and cover that to get a whistle so the Mako can regroup.
16.2 seconds, one last face-off probably for the Swarm and the Mako end.
They've really ramped the shots up here in the second frame.
Yeah, it's almost 3-1. It's 30-13 for the Swarm against the Mako.
Vordanov finds Hopkinson. Can he get a pass off over to Jonsson? He could, but just going to get a good shot off as Marcus McDonald's is just going to have to play that around the back.
Yeah, that was almost a third backdoor tap-in for the Swarm. If Jonsson was able to control that one, that would have been in. No chance for Joel if he was able to control that.
Swarm looking polished. I'll tell you, for a preseason game, they're knowing where each other are out there on the ice. It's really a good sign to see this early on.
Yeah, they're looking very scary, and especially with those backdoor passes, you can see they're very aware of where their teammates are, and they're going to be a menace for the rest of the teams in this league.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, they've got some speedsters, you know. Jacko Fontaine, I don't think there's probably a player in the league that's a faster skater than him.
Yeah, love to see him skate. He absolutely flies.
Maybe
through the
Caleb
neutral
Chamberlain.
zone.
Those two would probably be the
Yeah.
speedsters.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing them together on the ice blocks for many years to come.
Oh, absolutely. That team's going to be is already looking stacked these days. It's awesome to see. But we'll take a quick break, let the ice get resurfaced, and we'll be back very shortly.
Kira Koto, welcome back to some exciting NZIHL preseason action. Third period between the Botany Swarm and the Auckland Mako. My name is Bartek Evertovsky, and I'm here with Bryce Rouse, bringing you the action.
Absolutely, and the Mako are looking at a 5-goal deficit at the moment. They didn't have a very impressive second period, so I'm sure if I was coach, I would definitely be racking those boys up no matter what. Well, how would you approach that, Bartosz?
Yeah, I don't know what I do. They got absolutely thrashed this second period. It was 2-2 going into the second, and they gave up 5 straight goals there. Weren't able to generate a lot of offense in that period. So we'll see if they get fired up and are able to mount some sort of comeback like they did last night where they forced overtime. And we see actually Caleb Price is in net now for the Mako, just as he did yesterday, came in for the third period. And he's just getting warmed up there in the Mako net. So we'll see if he's able to make a few saves. Joel Gerard played very well for the Mako so far. Yeah, there's not much you can do about those backdoor tap-in goals. Almost no goalie is going to save those.
That's right.
We can see Lil Broccoli in the chat said, good to see Coach Kevdog starting hard and staying hard in his debut. I'm not sure who Coach Kevdog is. Maybe you could tell us, Lil Broccoli in the chat.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. It might be a nickname for Canada. I'm not entirely sure.
Is Canada Kevdog? I don't know.
Surely not, right? Oh, Kevin Simon, is it?
Oh, maybe. Yep. That's probably right.
That sounds right.
There we go. Now we know
go.
what his name is. Luke Simon's dad, Kevin Simon.
There's a shot there from Marcus McDonald. But Pa had to make a pretty decent pad save. And that's played around. Fontaine will give it back to Sandoy. There's Simon. Looking for some options. Look like...
That's the son of Coach Kevdog,
yeah,
as her commenter called him on YouTube.
The ice is still just drying up a little bit, so it looks like the puck might get a little bit sticky out there in some areas. Doesn't look too bad though. And it's gone all the way down, and Simon will touch it up first, so we will have an icing against the Mako.
So first opportunity to apply some pressure for the Swarm with a face-off in the Mako end, trying to extend that lead to 6 goals. Unless Caleb Price has something to say about that. As a goalie, it's quite tough to come into a game without a warm-up, so I'm sure he's hoping to get a few easy shots to get warmed up here.
But you guys are goalies. You're always ready to go, aren't you? No?
I wish.
Would you say you're a goalie or a bit of a keeper?
I think my wife would say I'm a keeper, I hope. I think she's watching at home. She was a little bit too tired to come. She was doing the door yesterday for the Admirals games and needed a little bit of relaxation tonight.
No, fair enough.
Might be watching, having a hot bath, watching the game on YouTube.
Here's McDonald the other way. I was having a yarn with his father in between the period. He's actually got a game after this. I'm sure if he gets on the score sheet, he'd probably be 50-50 if he will play that one after this game in the Auckland Senior League.
Oh, okay. So he's on the Demons in the Auckland Prem League. So I think the first game after this one is Jets against Blues, which I'm playing. So he must be the game after that. So hopefully he can stay warm enough to last until his game.
I probably wouldn't mind playing straight after, but if I had to wait a whole game in between, I'd probably just be like, I'll flag that then.
Yeah, your equipment's going to get really gross and slimy if you're waiting an hour or two.
And you'd get cold.
Yeah. Maybe you can go to the cafeteria and have some chips, some hot chips before his game.
And I was just having a look at the Warriors score. I won't say it just in case anyone does want to watch it. Here's quickly marched the other way. Goes backhand but puts it wide. Net does come off, so we'll get a whistle on the play. And it looks like they got some bad decisions against them again, so nothing new there.
Who are the Warriors playing against? Were they playing against the Kiwi team or Australian team?
There's only one Kiwi team in the NRL, so that's the Australian League, and they played the Newcastle Knights.
Oh, okay. There's a Newcastle in Australia as well. I thought that was a That's just a British thing. They just name
Yeah,
everything.
there's a Newcastle there. My uncle actually lives in
In the
Newcastle.
UK, Newcastle.
No, in the Australian one.
Oh, the Australian one. Which one's better, the Australian one or the British one?
I don't know. I haven't been to any of those.
Oh, okay. I used to live in London, Ontario in Canada. And we had our own Thames River there in London, Ontario. And every year in the newspaper they published second best London in the world, 200 years running.
Is that right? Saw a good shot there from Ben Stephen just before. I think it actually clipped Connor Parr in the mast. But nonetheless, he didn't get off a rebound. And there's your wife on the chat there, Bartosz. She said, I would say that.
Oh, Tanya
There you go.
Evertovska in the chat, watching hockey in the bathtub. My feet are getting a bit cold. I wish I was sitting in a hot bath.
There's Dalmatau. We'll leave it on for Polozov. Try to give it back, but looks like it hit the stick of someone there as Jesse James Allen will come the other way, the speedster. Tries to go through McDonald, but you're not getting through him.
Yeah, probably a little bit too much fancy moves for Jesse. He actually has a really good shot. I think I would like to see him shoot that puck there.
Oh, he just missed on the shot there. Looks like the puck was just a little bit above his stick. Good chance there for the Mako to get one back at least.
Yeah, unfortunately Jesse couldn't get his stick on it. He has a really good shot. I want to see him get some shots onto Connor.
And there's Polozov showing a bit of his skill. There's one for Fontaine. He rips that, but that goes up into the netting. Not sure if it came off the goalie or not. Don't think so. But nonetheless.
Yeah, I think it went off one of the defensemen, the Mako defenseman. I don't think Caleb got his hands on that one. But I'm sure he's glad that was up into the netting. Botched face-off, I think. Not sure who was responsible for that, but we'll redo it.
So Caleb Chamberlain up against Hopkinson. Nicely won there from Hopkinson. Mako unable to clear. Did have a chance. Thorla will have to give it back to Sandoy. Yeah, Cunningham chasing him. And Vodanov's going to beat out the icing here. Vodanov will definitely be looking to have another good season.
Yeah, he's a great goal-scoring threat when he stays healthy. So I'm sure he's hoping his quad will hold up this year and he can get lots of goals for the Swarm.
Cunningham put that one in deep. That's Lucas Fontaine that had it. Caleb Chamberlain will come pick that for the marker and go up to Bomey at the point. But Hopkinson's going to come away with that for the Swarm. He'll just get over the halfway, bat it in and get a change.
So Caleb with the long flow out there, number 20. So he was playing in the U.S. and just recently came back to New Zealand. I don't remember what team it was. It was somewhere in California. He suffered quite a scary leg injury. So he cut his leg open with his skate. I think it was his skate, actually, after a hit, and needed some emergency stitches. He's got a gnarly scar from that.
Here's Quigley with a bit of speed. He'll gain the zone. Trying to look for some options, but he's pushed off there from Marcus McDonald, who comes away with it.
Yeah, unfortunately no shot there for the Mako. They need to get more pucks on net. It's only 14 shots for them so far to 32 for the Swarm.
And that's going to be called a hand pass. I'd just like to quickly take a moment for one of my dear friends, Corey Heather, who suffered a head clash last weekend playing the game of rugby and unfortunately passed away last weekend. He leaves behind his fiancée and 3 beautiful children. So I'd just like to say, send all my love to Rachel and the kids and every one of his family and friends. We'll be sending him off tomorrow.
That's tough. It's, all the best to his family this difficult time.
As quickly we'll play it up to Marcus McDonald. We'll try to go past Simon, but Simon's seen that in training too much. That's exactly what he was going to do. Dalmatau, who just played off the boards. Gives away possession. Ben Stephen with it. Over to Oranjuice.
Ben Stephen, one of the 3 Stephen brothers, sons of Coach Cam for the Admirals. So Ben and Zach are playing for the Admirals this year, and Sebastian, the 3rd brother, has gone down south to Dunedin. He's going to be playing for the Dunedin Thunder.
That's good to see. Sandoi plays it low to Polozov. Tried to give it to Thula, but it hit a stick. Can Vessi win the race and beat Thula? Oh, Polozov's actually working hard, getting back. Saw Polozov in warm-up, man. He looked pretty focused for game number 1.
Yeah, he always gives us all. He's such a good, determined player.
Here's Dalmatau. Oh, couldn't put it past Caleb Price there.
That was an incredible chance, actually.
There's Sebastian Chamberlain with a shot. Nicely covered up there by Parr.
Yeah, good job, Connor. No rebound there. That's what you want to see. It's a little bit tough, actually, for a goalie there. Like, he's only had 15 shots now, so he's often probably feeling cold. He's just not getting much action. Then when he's called upon, he has to make the save and not do anything too silly.
So that's in low for Sandoi. Oh, pass picked off well there from it was Wimmer and another Swarm development player. Here comes Vordanov. He'll probably rip it from there. Good pressure there, though, from Sebastian Chamberlain. Played up to Vordanov. Ben Stephen put in the pressure there on Vordanov as Allen will come the other way, but he's got Wimmer in the middle. Shoots and scores.
Beauty. As I was saying, Jesse Allen has a great shot. And I'm glad he used it this time. Didn't try to pull too many fancy moves, just snapped it low. I think just over the pad of Connor. We're seeing that now on the replay there. Connor a little bit off his angle, unfortunately. So, yeah, we saw a lot of net there for Jesse. Jesse saw that opportunity, sniped it in low. Well done, Jesse, my fellow Ranger. So 7-4 now for the Swarm. Are we going to see a comeback from the Mako? I think we're all hoping.
Oh,
but
definitely hoping.
It's a big task with 12 minutes and 41 seconds left. Score 3 more goals to tie it up.
I would say they've probably got as much chance as the Leafs not going past the first round.
Oh, the life of a Leafs fan is a life of suffering.
But hey, they're your team. Love them through thick and thin, you know. Got to stand by them.
That's right. Don't want to be a bandwagon fan just jumping on the next hot team. You got to suffer through the years of neglect and failure.
You're not allowed to do that.
So you see Bayview Ghost in the comments saying they're from Hamilton, Ontario. So Hamilton, cool place. I've only been there a few times, actually, but I did enjoy it. And we've got a Hamilton, New Zealand as well.
Just about 120 kilometres away.
Yeah, not too far away.
So 75-ish miles.
Yeah, I actually got married there down in Hamilton. It's a destination wedding.
They do weddings there?
Yeah. The Good George Brewery. It's a much smaller town than Hamilton, Ontario.
The Swarm will try and get that out. Nicely actually kept in at the blue. There's McDonald. He'll rip a shot, but it looks like it hit the skate of Simon. Fontaine plays it off the boards for Polozov to pick up. Plays it low for Fontaine, gets it back. It's going to be good to see these two link up later on in the season, Polozov and Fontaine. Here's McDonald down the near side. Oh, falls over his own skates, unfortunate. And
Yeah,
Sando
just
playing
lost
it
an edge
easy.
there.
McDonald putting the pressure there on Sandoi, who actually coughed it up. Not many times you'll see that. As Fontaine has it for the Swarm.
So James Holmes has a shout out for you. Howdy, Bryce, watching from my bed with hot dogs and chips.
That is a great diet for a bed.
I could do with a hot dog. Bryce, James Holmes, bring some hot dogs over here for me and Bryce.
Yeah, I'll definitely have a couple.
Yeah, there was a bit of a queue for the concessions, so unfortunately couldn't get much food so far.
Normally at a sports game here in New Zealand, you'd normally find like a meat pie, hot chips. Definitely, you normally get your deep fried hot dogs, not your traditional ones in the bun with, you know, mustard and onions and stuff.
Oh, interesting. Deep fried hot dogs. Ooh, good save by Caleb there to cover it up.
Yeah, Janssen tried to go
I
Or
can't say
sneaky, thinking I'm going around the back of the net and then come through that near side.
I can't say I've had a deep fried hot dog, but meat pies, New Zealand meat pies are.
Oh, it's yeah, James Home. Yep. He is. He's definitely in Auckland. He'll be down here, I'm sure, during the season, watching the boys.
Another good save by Caleb. No rebound. Yeah, meat pies are the pinnacle of New Zealand cuisine. I mean, I never really had pies back in Canada, and I am addicted.
They are good, aren't they?
Pork and taro is my favorite flavor.
Really?
Yeah, there's a nice bakery near my place down south in Mako. It does good pork and taro pies.
You got to be careful though. They've got to be a treat. You just can't. You don't want to be having them all day, every day. You know.
If you play enough hockey, you could burn off those calories. You could have as many pies as you want. What would be your preferred pie flavor?
Oh.
Are you a steak and cheese guy? Mince and cheese?
Normally just a plain steak or a plain mince, is honestly. To be
Oh
honest.
yeah. Just plain steak, no cheese.
Nope.
Wow.
Shot there from the point. Oh, battered down by Hopkinson. Not sure how he saw that. Did very well. Probably should have been a high stick, but it was very marginal. And Thula unable to clear. Gives it to Sebastian Stephen. Can't get a shot off though. Thula comes and tidies up for the Swarm. Oh, could have been a 2-on-1 opportunity. Johnson unable to corral that. So Sebastian Chamberlain.
Look at that flow.
Good, isn't it? Probably needed to get a pass off there over to Ben Stephen a little bit earlier. Here's Ben Stephen going in the corner. Try to put it around the back and then plays a hit. Definitely not a bad option. And Wimmer unable to get a pass off.
So Leonard scored a really nice goal yesterday. Pass from Jesse Allen, and then he deked Jaden out of his jock strap and put it off the post and in for the first Mako goal yesterday. See if he can get another one tonight for the Mako.
One thing we do know about the Mako is they never say die, no matter what.
That's
Even though the Swarm pretty much have twice the amount of shots. And that's finally touched up. We've got a penalty on the play against the Mako. It's going to be Jesse James Allen.
Oh, my teammate sitting in the box. What did he do there? Did you catch that? Did you see what the call was for?
It looks like it might be interference. Is that interference?
Maybe the crossed arms.
Yeah.
So our camera,
It
one of
is.
our camera guys, Josh, is confirming that is an interference call. Thank you, Josh, who was doing the commentary with me last night. Now he's only on camera duty and can focus a little bit more on that.
He'll actually be following the Swarm for every away game this season.
Oh, that's
So he
cool.
can, actually sit down and watch hockey and for once. Backhand,
What
backdoor
a
pass to Polozov.
save.
Oh, he flipped it over the net. And get out of my way, says Sandoy on, it looked to be Johnson Yang.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Caleb got his pad on that shot. That was an incredible save. Hopefully we'll see a replay of that. Wow. Great job, Caleb, coming in this third period, making a save like that.
Here's Dalmatel with it behind the Mako net. Gives over to Polozov, fakes a shot, gives it up high. Oh, couldn't get anything on it. Was Fontaine just fanned on the one time. Could have been a beautiful goal. So 1:05 left on the power play for the Botany Swarm. Trying to look to get their 8th goal of the evening.
So TC Games in the chat asking, how's it going, NZIHL fans? Are either of these teams good? Yes, they are both good teams. The Botany Swarm, they were in the finals last year. And the Auckland Mako are one of our development teams. So they're patched together from young players from various squads in the NZIHL just to give them some big game experience. So the Mako players, we'll see more of them in the years to come as they get older and more experienced, playing for the other squads like the Swarm and the Admirals, etc., and the Dunedin Thunder.
At the point, it's Thula. Here's Marcus McDonald. He can go all the way. This should be good. McDonald rips, and oh, what a save there from Parr. He just shot it straight into his glove.
Actually,
Or has he scored?
No, that's Paul Korchak there in net.
Oh,
So
it
it
is
looks
too.
like they've made a goaltending change.
They
I
snuck
didn't.
him on, didn't they?
Yeah, when did they put him on? Was he at the start of this period?
No,
I
he
guess
wasn't. Definitely not.
Yeah, when did that happen? So Paul Korchak there in net for the Swarm. So he normally plays for the Rampage in the Prem division, and surprisingly has made the Swarm squad this year and made a big save in his first shot against this game.
Johnson could have been away there if he was able to get his stick on the puck. He's taken the stick of Nash Hayward-Jones with him. As Quigley will fire that down off the knee pad of Sandoy. 8 seconds remaining on the power play for the Swarm. Can they get another scoring chance here? McDonald happy to slow things down. Back to 5-on-5. Pass picked off. Try to find a man at the point. Oh, Allen could have been away there if that pass had gotten through. Looks like a good stick in the lane there from either Vordanov or March. Vordanov will touch that, but we will get icing on the play as he was not over the halfway line.
So face-off will be in the Swarm end. Paul Korchak, a fellow Polak, though he is from Chicago, I believe. He's an American Polak. Fun fact, the word kurczak in Polish means rooster, so his name is very close to rooster.
Really?
It's just missing an accent over the O. And he actually did play for the Cox in the Roosters in the BHL or FHL, which I found quite funny.
Oh, that makes sense. Sandoy with it, looking for some options. Doesn't really have anyone, so he fires it up the boards. Marchie's going to come steal this. He's got Hill on the high slot. Trying to find a pass. There's Andy Hay going into the play. He did get a shot off, but that missed the net as Caleb Chamberlain will try turn on the afterburners and get into the zone. He's going to go to net too. Try to maybe lift that over the goalie. Tried something very audacious there. Probability of that going in though, pretty low.
He didn't have much support there,
No.
so he just did his best. But good job, Paul Korchak, covering that puck up, not giving up a rebound. That's Caleb Chamberlain on the face-off for the Mako there. Doesn't win it though.
Fontaine will try find Dalmatel, but that's picked off by Ben Stephen. Just over 5 minutes to go in this pre-season clash between the Auckland Mako and the Botany Swarm.
Good job, Sebastian Chamberlain, picking off that pass there.
Fontaine trying to get past a few Mako players, unable to though.
Drew Cunningham there, chipping it in.
Here's Ben Stephen trying to find a centering pass to Caleb Chamberlain. Looks like it was in mid-air, unable to get a stick on that. Dalmatel looks for an option. He's got Polozov. And
High stick?
yeah, I think Ben Stevens' stick caught Polozov up high accidentally.
Ah,
So if you touch anywhere on the head, helmet, or even the visor, it's a 2-minute penalty for that.
naughty Ben Stephen. 2 minutes to think about what he's done. Unfortunately, there's only 4 minutes and 29 seconds left for the Mako, so this is quite rough. Taking away a lot of their time to try and come back.
Fontaine will have it. He's pressured there by Kian Murray. Up top, Simon gets a shot off but hits the knee pad of a Mako defenseman. And it's batted around there by Yang, but only as far as Polozov. Swarm double team in, but one of the Mako players is going to come away with it. As Luke Simon just tries to buy a bit of time.
So I see TC Games in the chat asking, is Berkauskas still playing? He's the only player I remember from this league. So Matt Berkauskas used to play for the Swarm. He had an absolute ripper of a shot. I'm not sure what happened to him. Do you happen to know, Bryce? If he's still in the league or...
Wasn't he a goalie?
I think Matt was a defenseman.
Yeah, there are two Barakauskas.
Oh, there was two Barakauskases.
It's a tongue twister.
I just remember Big Barakauskas. He gave me quite a lot of arm bruises.
And
Ooh.
a goal there for Fontaine. Gets it past the glove side of Price.
Yeah, it looks like it was one of those that just sneaks under your arm. I think it might have been under the blocker side, actually, that he had a little bit of a gap there. It's the 6 and 7 hole, as we sometimes call it, under the arms. And that's an 8-3 lead now for the Swarm. So I think they've basically put this game away at this point. The Mako will still be playing for their pride and hoping to score at least one this period.
Oh, Allen almost got past McDonald there as that's hits the upper netting, so we're going to get a face-off inside the Swarm defensive zone.
So TC Game says Jonas Barakauskas. Do you remember if that was a big defenseman? I don't remember.
Now the goalie was Matas Barakauskas, which I think he's assistant coach for the Thunder at the moment.
Oh, was Mattis the goalie? I thought Mattis was the defenseman. Oh! What a save by Paul there. Paul Korchak made a big save there on that broken play. Just bounced in front of the net.
Yeah, all alone at the slot was Allen. I'm sure he'd want that shot back. It didn't look like he really got everything on it.
Yeah, he didn't get the best contact on that shot. I think he would have scored if he got a better shot off. But sometimes if you're too patient, the opportunity just goes away. It's better to just get the puck off your stick as soon as possible.
There goes Jonsson. We've got a whistle on the play, though, unfortunately. Not sure exactly what it is. Ah, okay.
So thank you to our broadcast team who's telling us what the penalty is for. Josh Kretschmar telling us it's for holding the stick. So
Richie Hopkinson will be in the box a couple minutes. And
naughty Richie.
He's pretty good. I think he's probably only got about maybe 3 or 4 penalties in 6 or 7 years of playing in this league. He's a clean, hard-working player.
Or he's good at disguising his fouls.
Either or, yeah.
A little bit of a Brad Marchand type player, maybe.
So the Mako with a chance on the power play. Oh, good pass there from Allen, but Wimmer was there, but Sandoy had to get a stick on him early, or that could have been trouble. Wimmer with it. Try to find a centering feed to Allen. Couldn't get past Sandoy, though.
Yeah, forcing it a little bit there. I think probably want to go back to the point on that chance.
And another whistle on the play.
I don't know what the hand symbol means.
Roughing.
Roughing. Thank you, Josh. Operated the camera on the live stream, so that was roughing.
It's going against a Swarm player, so we're going to have a 5-on-3 here for at least a minute 27.
So who was it that was guilty of roughing? Was it Jackson? Oh, naughty Jackson. Get out of the box. Think about what you've done.
I thought they were going to call it on Luke Simon, and I was kind of thinking he's the one who got hit, but that must have happened off the play. So
hopefully the Mako can score here to retain some of their pride.
Simon does well, though, clears out the length of the ice. So they'll regroup.
Yeah, well done, Luke, there.
Caleb Chamberlain cycling around now here on this near side. I'm sure the pass has gone to him. It does. He'll easily gain the zone. Gives it up high.
Nash Hayward Jones there on the point. Number 9.
The Rangers will give it back. Here's Caleb Chamberlain. Quick shot. Good save there from Korchak.
Yeah, good job there, Paul.
So is he like a...
Oh, actually, so hearing from Aaron Somerville, so it sounds like actually it was Paul Korchak, the goalie, who got the penalty, and the penalty is being served by Jackson.
Okay.
So Paul Korchak, in his first period of NZIHL action, takes a penalty. Love to see some goalie roughing. Did he use his blocker maybe? A good blocker punch. That's a classic.
One way. So Sebastian Chamberlain gives it up to his brother Caleb. Can't control it though, as March will just bat that in. More seconds counting down on the clock as Marcus McDonald will gain the zone. Gets a quick shot off. Good save there from Korkshak. Really came out and stopped that. And just losing his footing there was Sebastian Chamberlain. Marchie trying to make a couple of moves, but he was double teamed there by Ben Stephen and Leon Quigley.
So I think last year, Kyle March, his name was misspelled on the NZIHL.
Yeah, it was as Marsh.
Yeah. So he became known as Marshmallow.
So 5-on-4 now for 27 seconds. Ben Stephen at the point. Quigley will give it back. And just fanning on the shot there was Sebastian Chamberlain. Swarm doing excellent in this penalty kill.
Yeah, just 8 seconds left now. One last chance. Unable to get zone entry though.
Just over 20 seconds remaining in the final period. Back to full strength. Now the Swarm. And here they come with Damatau. Shot there from Fontaine, but couldn't get it past Price. And someone's pushing Sandoy here. Ben Stephen wants a bit of him.
Great save there by Caleb to wrap up this game with only 11.5 seconds, probably his last save of the game.
So I think that's Sebastian Stephen getting in the Nwang Gretzky's face. Probably not the one guy you probably don't want to mess with on the Swarm team.
Yeah, he's a big guy, Sandoy. I don't think I'd want to scrap with him.
So is there like an undercover Auckland goalie chat or something?
We do actually have an
Really?
Auckland goalies chat
Oh,
with every
of
single
course.
goalie in Auckland.
Really?
Yeah.
How many is in there? Like
I think
40?
there's about 30, 40 of us or something like that. So
Much banter?
not too much, but we
Just
usually
quite
use it.
serious for games to fill in for each other.
We just usually use it when we need a goalie for a scrimmage and there's one missing.
Oh yeah.
Or if we want to post a sick save from the NHL.
So that sounds about right. So that's cleared all the way. The Mako are a man down. So Sebastian Stephen get in a couple of minutes there. And that's going to do it for the preseason game. Swarm taking an 8-3 win over the Auckland Mako. A pretty good hit out for the Botany Swarm here to open up their NZIHL season.
Yeah, the Mako took a bit of a spanking today. It was 8-3. Shots were 39-24 for the Swarm. So not as close as last night where the Mako were able to take it to overtime. But still an enjoyable affair. Hope all of you watching at home had a good time watching all these goals.
Yeah, the Mako definitely didn't play too badly. They were just finding themselves a bit trapped in their own end a little bit too much, and obviously some wayward passes. Like, you don't do those two things and get out of your zone with good passes, it's going to make it a hard day.
Yeah, they didn't play too badly, but the Swarm were on another level, tapping in those backdoor passes, not giving the goalies much chance to save those.
Absolutely, but I'm sure Matt Kennedy will be pretty impressed with that outing from his Botany Swarm team.
Yeah, I'm sure the Swarm coaches will be happy. Kev Dog, as someone in the chat called Kevin Simon, will be definitely happy with his team's performance tonight.
Absolutely, and these two teams are actually going back at it next weekend.
That's right. Is it Saturday Swarm against Mako, or is it the other way around?
Yeah, no, they normally do that, so it'd be Sunday and then the Saturday. It could be the same. You never know. We'll have to.
Yeah, I'm hoping that.
Yeah, it is Saturday. It is.
That Coach Cam puts me in for the Admirals to be a bench warmer next weekend. But
yeah, I'd love to play for the Mako if that's possible. I know they've probably got a full roster, but just for an exhibition.
Yeah, you could fit right in. You don't look too old. You could definitely pass for a 20, 23. What was the cutoff? 23,
yeah,
I think.
23, yeah.
23. You could definitely pass for 23. Maybe just shave the beard off.
Absolutely not.
Get rid of the gray hairs.
Cold outside, man. All right, well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We've been your hosts. I'm Bryce Rouse with Bartosz Iwatowski.
That's right, and Bryce Rouse.
That's right. Yeah, we'll do this all again next week, so join us for some more preseason action between these two teams. So we'll be here at Botany on Saturday, and then the Mako will play the Admirals on the Sunday. So it should be a good couple of games. But yeah, any last words?
Good night, everyone. All the best. See you next weekend.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.